The year is 2026, and the world as you knew it has quietly dissolved. Think back just a few years. Do you remember when we used to talk about digital assistants as if they were just glorified calculators? We were told that artificial intelligence was a tool, something you command with a prompt, something you control like a hammer or a wrench. It was a simple box where you typed a question and waited for an answer. But as we stand here in the midpoint of this decade, I am here to tell you that the era of the chatbot is officially dead. Welcome to the age of the sovereign AI agent. While the general public was busy arguing over whether an AI could write a decent email or generate a funny image, the true architects of the new financial order were building something far more concerturial. They were not building toys, they were building a digital workforce. This is not a bot that talks. This is an agent that acts. We are talking about autonomous entities with the legal and financial authority to navigate global markets on your behalf while you sleep and while you travel and while you live your life. Imagine for a second the sheer scale of this transition. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang recently stood on a global stage and issued what can only be described as a chilling ultimatum to the human race. He did not just predict a future of smart computers. He predicted a future where the ratio of humans to AI agents would be 1 to 100. He described a world where every single individual watching this right now would possess a personal workforce of dozens or even hundreds of intelligent agents. But there is a brutal reality that he chose not to mention, a reality that will define the next 50 years of human history. In 2026, wealth is no longer about the balance in your savings account. It is no longer about the title on your business card. Wealth is now measured by the size of your digital shadows. It is about how many autonomous agents you have working for you in the dark corners of the internet where the real money is made. This is Stratovest AI, and today we are going deep into the belly of the sovereign AI revolution. We are not just looking at technology. We are exploring a fundamental shift in the power dynamics of our species. We are investigating how these 24/7 wealth agents are rendering traditional financial advisors and brokers completely obsolete. Most importantly, we are going to show you why your very survival in this economy depends on your ability to command a digital army. To truly understand what a sovereign AI agent is, we first have to witness the death of the human labor model. For over a century, the world of wealth management was a human-intensive process. It was slow, it was expensive, and it was deeply flawed. You hired a broker who worked 9 to 5. You talked to a consultant who charged you heavy fees. You paid a percentage of your hard-earned assets to a person who looked at outdated spreadsheets and made educated guesses based on yesterday's news. That model had a terminal illness. It was limited by human biological constraints. Humans are fragile. Humans need 8 hours of sleep. Humans have volatile emotions that cloud their judgment during a market crash. A human cannot process 1 billion data points across 50 different languages in a single millisecond, but a machine can. Enter the sovereign AI agent. You must understand that these are not the old AI tools of 2023. Those were passive. These new agents are called sovereign because they possess true agency. They do not sit around waiting for your next prompt. They do not need you to hold their hand. They are programmed with your core intent and your ultimate goals. If you tell a sovereign agent to maximize your yield while protecting your downside, it does not just give you a list of stock recommendations. That is old world thinking. Instead, this agent opens a digital wallet. It scouts institutional liquidity providers. It monitors geopolitical tremors in real time. It analyzes social media sentiment across 20 different cultures simultaneously, and then it executes. It moves capital across decentralized and centralized exchanges without you ever knowing it happened. This is the birth of what we at Stratovest call the zero-labor economy. Stop and think about the traditional banking system for a moment. Feel the frustration of waiting for banking hours. Think about the paperwork and the human approvals and the endless delays. In the 2026 landscape, that system feels like a relic from the Stone Age. The sovereign AI agent operates on a blockchain-native financial layer. It uses smart contracts to verify transactions in the blink of an eye. It uses Agentic AI to scout for arbitrage opportunities that exist for only 3 seconds before they vanish forever. By the time a human financial advisor wakes up and pours his first cup of coffee, your AI agent has already detected a shift in market sentiment. It has already rebalanced your entire portfolio across 3 different continents. It has already secured your profits while the rest of the world was still dreaming. But the real power of the sovereign AI agent lies in its voice, in its ability to negotiate. We are entering a world where every bank and every corporation and every government has its own AI. The markets have transformed into an AI to AI negotiation zone. Your agent is now your digital lawyer and your digital diplomat. It is bargaining with the bank's agent for a better interest rate on your behalf. It is arguing with an insurance agent for a lower premium based on your real-time risk data. This is the agentic gold rush that sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley. Jensen Huang realized that the machinery of the mind is now the primary machinery of production. The factories of the future are not made of steel and concrete. They are made of code and logic. If you do not have an agent working for you, then I have some very bad news for you. You are the one being worked on by everyone else's agents. Let us look at the numbers because the math does not lie and the scale of this shift is staggering. By the end of 2026, it is estimated that over $5 trillion in retail wealth will be managed by fully autonomous agentic systems. This is no longer a luxury for the billionaires in their glass towers. The democratization of these agents is the greatest equalizer in human history. It means a student with $1,000 can now deploy the same sophisticated multi-agent system that was once reserved for elite hedge funds. But this brings us to a terrifying question, the question of the black box. When your AI agent starts making thousands of micro decisions per hour, how do you maintain control? How do you ensure it does not go rogue? This is where the groundbreaking concept of constitutional AI becomes your primary shield. Every sovereign agent is governed by a set of moral and financial guardrails defined by you. You are the CEO of your life, and the AI is your high-level executive team. You set the grand vision and they handle the grueling and soul-crushing execution. However, we must be honest. There is a dark side to this revolution that no one wants to talk about. The devaluation of human intelligence in the financial sector has led to what historians are already calling the Great Disruption. If an AI agent can perform tax loss harvesting and estate planning with 99% accuracy, then what happens to the millions of people employed in the middle management of finance? The answer is simple, and it is incredibly harsh. They are becoming ghosts in the machine. They are becoming obsolete. Jensen Huang was brutally blunt when he said that the hiring filter of 2026 has nothing to do with your college degree. It has everything to do with your AI fluency. When 2 candidates apply for a position today, the one who knows how to orchestrate an agentic workforce will win every single time. Because that individual is not just one person, they are a force multiplier. They represent the output of 1,000 workers packed into a single human mind. So how do you actually start? How do you build your own 24/7 wealth workforce before the door slams shut? The first step is a radical shift in your mindset. You must stop thinking about using AI and start thinking about deploying AI. You need to look at your life and identify every repetitive financial task that drains your cognitive energy. Is it monitoring your crypto positions? Is it scanning the news for impact on your tech stocks? Is it managing your small business invoices and cash flow? In the world of 2026, there is an agent for every one of those tasks, and they are waiting for their orders. At Stratovest AI, we believe that the ultimate form of human freedom is financial autonomy. But let me be clear, financial autonomy in this decade is a fantasy without sovereign AI. We are moving toward a future where your personal agent will be your most valuable asset. It will be the legacy you leave to your children. It will know your goals better than you do. It will protect your wealth more fiercely than any bank or any government ever could. The machine is not coming to take your job. That is a small-minded fear. The machine is coming to take your place in the economic hierarchy if you refuse to evolve. The barrier to entry has never been lower than it is right now. But the cost of ignorance has never been higher in the history of our species. As we look toward the remaining months of 2026, the question is no longer whether you will use AI. That debate is over. The only question that matters is how many agents do you have in your workforce at this very moment? If the answer is 0, then you are not just standing still, you are sprinting toward irrelevance. The $1 trillion economic shift we discussed in our last video is not just a number on a screen. It is being driven by the very agents we are talking about today. The hedge funds have them. The massive banks have them. The billionaires have them. They are using them to drain liquidity from the old world and move it into the new one. Now it is your turn to fight back. You must become the architect of your own digital empire. You must learn to program your intent into the silicon minds that now rule the global markets. Because in this post-human trading era, the only thing standing between you and total financial destruction is the army of agents you choose to build today. This is the most important transition in the history of capitalism. We are witnessing the birth of a new species of capital, one that is intelligent, one that is autonomous, and one that never sleeps and never tires and never fails. The rise of the sovereign AI agent is not a prediction. It is a reality that is unfolding right outside your window. Your 24/7 wealth workforce is sitting there on a server somewhere, waiting for its very first command. What will you tell it to do? Will you command it to build your future, or will you let it build someone else's? The choice is yours, but time is the one thing your agents cannot manufacture for you. Subscribe to Stratovest AI as we continue to track the rapid and terrifying evolution of the agentic economy. We will show you exactly which frameworks to use. We will tell you which agents are actually delivering results and which ones are just expensive noise. Do not be a victim of the algorithm. Do not let the machines manage you. Become the master of the code. Become the orchestrator of the future. The future does not belong to the workers anymore. The future belongs to the orchestrators. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next phase of the revolution.